Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is T. Today we are talking about my January TBR. The books aren't new, but like for me, they're new on my TBR this year because I've been reading pretty much the same type of genres forever now, and I'm just like, I need to get more genres. I need to read more genres. Let's go ahead and get started. The first book that I'm talking about today is All In by Z Renee, and I'm excited for this. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this book, and I haven't seen or heard anybody say anything bad about the book so far. This is about a guy named Kevon. Is the definition making something out of nothing. As the highest paid defensive back in the NFL, he was given the opportunity to create a better life, and leave all he knew in his growing up years. The streets. They are a way of life for some, but now an option for Kevon. It was once how he survived and was protected, but his secret attachment is not one he can easily cut ties with. His natural instinct is to protect and provide. When duty calls, he answers, especially when the ones he loves are a factor. Whatever Kevon loves, he is all in for. Harley Rivers is a successful nail tech dominating in an industry that was never created for women that resemble her. Harley is the backbone for everyone else around her, except herself. When tragedy struck, claiming the life of her granny, her battle with anxiety doubled. Harley quickly learns that what fills spills. The battle to regain self-love and overcome anxiety is a struggle, but fortunately, she's both a lover and a fighter. Harley is all in and determined to whatever comes her and her family's way. The duo can only pray that love is enough. The struggle is disconnect from what is familiar. Could be the same thing that destroys everything. Three things at the determining factor. All three can give them the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. When combined, one or all three could lead to a tragic demise. Can Kevon and Harley juggle them all? Will the big three be the very thing that take them down? Okay, the girlie's been saying read it, so I'm gonna read it and see what it's about. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is At the Coffee Shop of Curiosities by Heather Weather. This book is about a mysterious letter, an offer, and the chance to move on. When Ava Harrison receives a letter containing an unusual job listing 1 month after the sudden death of her ex-boyfriend, she thinks she's being haunted. The listing, a job as a live-in caretaker for a peculiar old man and his cranky cat in Draftwood, Alabama. I don't go to Alabama. I'm not a big fan of Alabama. I've never been there, but it just sounds terrible there. Is the perfect chance to start a new life. A normal life. Ava has always been too fearful to even travel, so no one's more surprised than she is when she throws caution to the wind and she drives to the distant beachside town. On the surface, Maggie Mae Bringwell is a bundle of joy as she runs Maggie's Driftwood Coffee and Curiosity shop, where there's a magic to be found in pairing the old with the new. But lurking under the cheerful exterior is a painful truth. Keeping busy is the best way to distance herself from the lingering loss of her mama and her worries about her aging father. No one knows better than she does that she can't pour from an empty cup. But holding on to the past is the only thing keeping the hope alive that her and her mama will return. What? The hope that her mama will return home someday. I thought her mama died. Hold on. So yeah, I don't know. Ava and Maggie soon find their kindred spirits as they're both haunted not by the spirits but by regret. Both must learn to let go of the past to move on, because sometimes the waves of change bring you to the place where you most belong. I think this is going to be good. I think this book is going to be a good book. I'm excited for this one. Not going to lie. This is more of my thing. Like, I like romance books, but I don't think I'm like into them. But this one seems very interesting for sure. Something up my alley, something I'll enjoy. Next one is Where Wild Peaches Grow by Kate Bentley. Nona Peaches Davenport, abandoned by the man she loved and betrayed by family, left her Notches, Mississippi home 15 years ago and never looked back. She's forged a promising future in Chicago as a professor of African American studies. Nona even finds her once closed heart persuaded by a new love, but that's all shaken when her father's death forced her to return to everything she's tried to forget. Julia Curtis hasn't forgiven her sister for deserting the family just like their mother. Nona walked away from Julia when she needed her most. And Julia doesn't feel guilty for turning to Nona's old flame, Marcus, for comfort. He helped Julia build a new life. She has a child, a career, and a determination to move on from old family wounds. Upon Nona's return to Natchez, a cautious reunion unfolds, and everything Nona and Julia thought they knew about themselves, each other, and those they love will be tested. Unpacking the truth about why Nona left may finally heal their frayed bond, or tear it apart again forever. Family drama? Okay. It does seem like it's going to be good. The next book is Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I do not know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even about to try because I'm just not here to butcher nobody's name. After being homeschooled, Say Hudson is starting her third year of high school at the prestigious Alfred Nobel Academy boarding school. Misfortune has been a constant companion throughout her life, but even she doesn't expect her new roommate, Elizabeth, to disappear after Say's first night, or for people to think that she has something to do with it. With rumors swirling around her, that catches the attention of the girls known as the Unholy Tween. Learning more about them, especially Persephone, who Sage is inexplicit, who Sage is drawn to and playing catch up in class. I hope it's not Sadie. I'm sure that's Sade, but maybe it's Sadie. Who knows? I'm going to start saying Sadie because I don't know which one it is. Sadie already has so much on her plate, but the police are hardly looking into what happened to Elizabeth, so it's up to her and Elizabeth's best friend Baz to investigate. And then a student is found dead. As Sadie and Baz try to make sense of it all, she realizes there's more to Alfred Nobel Academy and its students than she thought. Secrets lurk around every corner and beneath every surface. Secrets that reveal even her own. Ooh, that's exciting. That reminds me of Soulless Girls. Now, this book is about 10 years ago, 4 students who lost their lives in an infamous and unsolved North Tower murders at the elite Carnville Academy of Arts, forcing the school to close its doors. Now, Carnville is reopening, and freshman Lottie Fitzwilliam is determined to find out what really happened when her beautiful but standoffish roommate, Alice Wolfe, stumbles upon a sinister soul-splitting ritual in a book hidden in Carville's library. The North Tower claims another victim. Is this a killer among them or worse, within them? So that's what this book is giving. I'm definitely going to read this. Next book is called 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I know you guys already seen a lot about this book, but I don't read books because they are trending. There has been some books that did get me, but this book is about Ava Mercer is a single mom and best-selling erotic writer. Shane Hall is a reclusive, award-winning novelist. When the two meet at a literary event, sparks fly, raising not only their buried traumas. What no one knows is that when they were teenagers, Ava and Shane spent one crazy week madly in love. They can pretend they've never met, but they can't deny their chemistry or the fact that they've been secretly writing to each other, okay, in their books through the years. Ooh, I love that. With its keen observation of creative life in America today, as well as the joys of complications of being a mother and daughter, 7 Days in June is a hilarious star-crossed romance. Okay, now this sounds good. This sounds like a good romance. This sounds like a great romance, actually. I'm excited to read this. Now I see why this book is popular. Just from the description, I'm just like, yes, I'm going to read it all. Then the last book for this month is The Girl Who Was Taken by Charlie Donlea. Nicole Cuddy and Megan McDonough are both high school seniors in a small town of Emerson Bay, North Carolina. When they disappear from the beach party one warm summer night, police launch a massive search. No clues are found and hope is almost lost until Megan miraculously surfaces after escaping from a bunker deep in the woods. A year later, the best-selling account of her ordeal has turned Megan from local hero to national celebrity. It's an inspiring story set from one inconvenient detail. Nicole is still missing. Nicole's older sister, Livia, a fellow, expects that one day soon Nicole's body will be found, and it will be up to someone like Livia to analyze the evidence and finally determine her sister's fate. Instead of the first clue to Nicole's disappearance comes from another body that shows up in Livia's morgue. What? That of a young man connected to Nicole's past. Livia reaches out to Megan for help, hoping to learn more about the night the two were taken. Other girls have gone missing too. And Livia's is increasingly certain the cases are connected, but Megan knows more than she revealed in her blockbuster book. Flashes of memory are coming together, pointing to something darker and more monstrous than her chilling memoir describes. Livia dig, the more they realize that sometimes true terror lies in finding exactly what you've been looking for. Okay, I think I'm into thrillers. I read a thriller and I really, really enjoyed it. It's called The Other Wife. The Other Wife is really, really good. Something happened. So the guy married this girl. Well, he was married. She died. She passed away. He's like this famous, I don't know what he is, actor or something, athlete. He's famous for something, right? And he meet this girl in North Carolina. They decide to get married. She moved up to his Oklahoma, no, Montana. Is it Montana? It might be Montana. I can't remember. They move up to this secluded house of his, and she started learning about this woman and how she died and why she died. And she started suspecting that her husband killed his wife. The whole time, I ain't about to give no spoilers. She was suspecting that the husband killed the wife. Didn't know nothing, so she wasn't sure, so she started connecting people from the ex-wife's family. And she found this girl's journal and notebooks and stuff, so she started reading into the journal. The girl's like trying to point the finger to her ex-husband. It's just crazy. And then she finally gets to the bottom of it, and then they figure it out. And the whole time it was the other wife. That's all I'm saying. It's good. It's a good book. I enjoyed it. At least I think it was really good, especially for my first thriller book. I highly recommend that book. I love books like that. I hope you guys enjoyed my January TBR. The goal is to really read these books in January. But we'll see. We'll see. No promises. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. I will see you guys next video. Bye.